This channel was created by Dufay's teachings and videos. I'm trying to preserve these videos on YouTube, and they'll automatically go on Rumble for future generations to watch. And thank you for watching.
But again, this Mandela effect has never, ever happened before. Ever happened before. So, and it is a big deal. I mean, let's face it, think about it. I reiterate it again. My theory is firm that we all live parallel lives on multiple Earths. And the Earths are real and literal, and I mentioned that before, but the point I want to make real clear over again is the two I'm familiar with are very unusually similar. Everything is unusually similar but different. So, and I have heard of other Earths. In fact, I just saw something about the flag. I recalled there's Mandela affected people out there who, their Earth, the United States had 52 states and 52 stars on the flag, and conversely some that had 48 only. And, so there are definitely differences. It's very interesting. And again, it doesn't seem to change any ultimate outcome, which is planned for us. I think we're kind of like Shakespeare said, we're all living actors on a stage. This thing's got to play out, and get into that a little bit. What I think's going on here is our free will is being tested. Can humankind go on with free will? And we're being tested at at an imperfect state. We're all imperfect. Are supposed to be originally perfect and live forever on Earth. That was Jehovah's original intent. And of course, he's not going to change his mind. That's ultimately what's going to ultimately happen. But in the meantime, Satan has to be proved wrong. So this test is going on now on our free will. And if mankind can, work out his problems itself and live on, and indeed live forever in a paradise Earth, so all the suffering has to go on, and everything has to be, proven. To think about how hard this must be for, Jehovah to see, and all the angels, and his son Jesus has to see all the suffering on all these earths. And it's just amazing to think that the fact that it is on multiple earths. So, even, think about it, even Jesus didn't mention it. And I'm sure he knew about it, but I keep looking in the Bible and all the translations where it says heavens and earth. I can't help but wonder if it was supposed to say heavens and earths, and they took the plural out of earths, understandably, So that's another topic we can get into the Bible, the changes in the Bible between Terra A and B. There's quite a few, the least of which is, the lion with the lamb. I always remember that in Isaiah about the lion will lay with the lamb, and here it's the wolf will lay with the lamb. If you think about it, the wolf seems more appropriate, but indeed it was the lion who lay with the lamb, and there's many others. But again, that's the same translators and same people were involved in translating the Bible. Even circa 600 years ago or whatever. Any translators, they all did it. They just slightly did it differently early on, on the different earths. So that's why there's variations in the Bible. It's certainly not nothing to turn against God on. I mean, again, this is man doing what man does best in an imperfect state. And, it's going to be different on the different earths, so, again, that just, proves positive that we are all in that state, that You know, it's just all of us. We all live parallel lives on multiple Earths. I mean, it doesn't get any bigger than that. It's the biggest news to ever hit mankind. And, you know, obviously this revelation's coming at a crucial time in the, you know, I'm not that familiar with this astrology that much or anything like that, but apparently we're real close to the age of Aquarius, you know, leaving the age of Pisces and going into this 26,000 year cycle, you know. It was soon, I think, you know, maybe, you know, as we research this and talk about it and whatnot, more things might be revealed. You know, it's so very interesting, you know, and at that point we'll talk about it. In the meantime, we'll, you know, get into other areas. This one I try to go into subconscious. Again, that's something I'm working on there. It's like, that is really deep. It's virtually impossible to tap into that. Being in our imperfect state and our spiritual immaturity. But you know, I'm sure it all ties in, you know, perfectly with this, you know, parallel lives thing. You know, we're all linked up. And then apparently all at the pretty close at the same time. As far as my own experience. Again, I can only go by my own experience. So, you know, anyway, we will talk later.